Think about certificate services from kind of an incident response security standpoint, where if someone does compromise an account or a system, like, do you have a playbook or a way to enumerate what certificates were issued from that user? Like,
we mentioned those toolkits available in GitHub. Just what are some things or recommendations that you'd make to PKI architects as we kind of close out more broadly, just to address some of these vulnerabilities that we've talked about today?
Like we had mentioned that we do have audit toolkits available that are PowerShell based, based on established frameworks from PSPKI, things like that. Those will enumerate the misconfigurations we know about, and then allow you to try to fix these things. We try to provide guidance, but just like I'm sure you guys know, there's no just fix this one thing or flip this one setting. Like, you kind of have to understand what the settings are there and what they're being used for, so you don't break existing functionality. So we try to provide guidance as best we can, from like prevention and detection for abuses in the white paper. So there's like 40 pages of defensive guidance there. As well as, I know Lee had mentioned this, but definitely think about certificate services from kind of an incident response security standpoint, where if someone does compromise an account or a system, like, do you have a playbook or a way to enumerate what certificates were issued from that user? Like, do you have a way to say right now, like, what certificates does Lee have issued for his account in this network? Like, that's a very hard problem for many orgs to actually answer, because the implementation at ADCS doesn't have like really good like management features outside of stuff in the GUI. So something from like 20 years ago, right, when it was designed. So I would think like doing that kind of incident response type thing is definitely really important as well. I don't know if anything else, Lee.
Yeah, I think just echoing. It's a complex system, and it's something we definitely realize is, as we worked with our different clients in every environment, every single one was different, and we learned new things in probably every single environment we looked at. And so I don't think this is the end of the research into ADCS and like the escalation paths. As we work with customers, I know that we're probably going to find more and more, like, we're going to be able to add on to this research. So getting somebody to look at like your environment and its configuration is definitely something really important, because your environment's unique. So kind of, we help with that definitely with our services as well, in our red teaming and penetration testing services. And, just continuing, I'm excited for others in the industry too, to continue looking at this too, because it's such a big attack surface. I know there's going to be more implications down the line.